How you doing, Cavell?
Yo, good man, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, man. Pleasure to have you on HopeJamz. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Pleasure to be on the station, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. It's nice to have you, man. Nice to have that Manchester twang, man. I don't think we've had that in a while, so it's good.
Okay, so I'm one of the first. It's cool, man.
Yeah, man. So tell us a bit more, man. Like, a more of an in-depth intro on like who you are and how you got into the scene.
Yeah, man. So I'm just a normal guy from Manchester. Wasn't really into rap that much, to be honest with you, growing up. So when I got to high school, I started messing about with my friends, doing a bit of music, and then when I left school, my dream was to play professional football. So I started doing that, playing for Crewe Alexandra. I had a scholarship there, and then I started attending church when I was 17. And then out of nowhere, the worship team was doing a song on a special service and asked me to do a rap. And I was like, wow, why are you asking me to rap? Because I never shared that side of me, you know what I mean? And then I wrote like a 16 bar, and from there I've just been trying to do it for the Lord, man. Just any sort of creative ideas I get, I'm just trying to put these songs down for the Lord and share some hope out there as well, similar to your radio station, man.
Yeah, man, that's dope. So you say, like, was it literally like they just asked you to start rapping, or was it like some bass to it?
To be honest, they even asked me. The funny thing was they asked my mum, and then when I was at football, I remember it vividly. I had a voice message on my phone saying, "You're rapping in church on Sunday." What? I'm rapping in church? My mum didn't even know I rapped, to be honest with you, because it's just something I did with my friends messing about. But But the funny thing is, before that though, I did have a dream that I was going to start writing songs for the church, but it was more like hymns and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it turned out, it was actually rap, so it's something I could do, and the Lord made a way for me to be able to do it, man. So
that's amazing, man. So obviously someone got the hint on it, kind of thing. I said like, check them out. Maybe someone got like a vision of you doing it. That's why, and they thought like, let's put them on stage right now.
That's it. The dreams became a reality, man. It's crazy.
So like, how long ago was that to now, kind of thing?
Okay, I'm gonna give away my age here. So that was like 13 years ago.
Oh, so it's been quite a while then. You've been doing it for quite a while. For a minute, man. It's been a while. But yeah, man, it's been a good journey from then till now. So from the get go, then, like, you were in it for Christ, kind of thing. Like, you weren't one of these cats that kind of went in the secular world first and then did it.
No, not really. I mean, in school it was just messing about. But when I left, my focus was football, and then I got saved quite young. To be fair, I was 17 when I gave my heart to the Lord properly, and I just had that passion to write songs and poems, and I was just able to do it for the Lord. And for me, if it isn't for the Lord or about the Lord, it's like I just wait for that inspiration and just pen it down. Yeah.
So since you've been doing it, and what you've been up to, like, how many projects have you put out to date?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, it's only over the last like couple of years I got serious in terms of putting out an album and singles. So I released my first album, Bodybuilding, in March this year, by God's grace. It was more doing things live in like prisons, open mic events in churches and that kind of thing. And it's just over the last like couple of years, God really put key people around me and to be able to get into the studio and do all that kind of stuff there and bring it all together, really. Yeah, I think I've kind of got a lot of time to make up, to be honest with you, and I've got a lot of songs there that just need to be released over the next like so many years, really. So
well, that's good though. That's good to have like a back catalogue of music ready to go, kind of thing.
Yeah, so, definitely.
I was going to say, what's the scene like in Manchester, man? Because from recent, really the past year, looking at Manchester scene, it seems to be growing. There seems to be a lot. Well, maybe it wasn't even growing. Maybe it was already there, but like nobody noticed it or something. But recently, I've started to see a lot more characters kind of spring up.
Yeah, man. I think there's a lot more noise being made now in Manchester. I think carrying the flag, you got like Vital Signs, who are a deadly duo, man. They're really good, 2 rap artists. Well, I've been doing it for a little bit, like more locally, but branching out as well, going to different cities. And then there's a few guys that are coming through, man. You got Javante, who's really, really good. He's fire, actually. And a couple guys as well. My boys Light at the moment, 2 brothers who are doing a few things. So yeah, I think it's about coming together as well and creating a bit of a collective. Because what I've noticed, I feel like in London, you got individuals who are really good in their own right, but they do come together. I think that's what's been lacking in Manchester, but we're starting to do that now. And I think with the album that I released in March, I tried to create that forum really where we can just come together. So quite a few features on there, rappers from Manchester in particular. So just kind of trying to build that unity really and try and do something together because it's strength in numbers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I really like the idea. Like, it's good to bring together the scene and have that fellowship with each other, because it seems like, especially in the rappers section, it seems to be like people get thrown off a little bit, especially when they're young starting up, because they kind of think they're by themselves. So it's your heart's intent there to bring people together in the scene is a really good idea, I think.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's all about connecting, and I'm big on that as well. Like, for my church as well, you've got different ministries, so I just wanted to try and build the body up and bring us together as well, and just create that unity amongst the rappers, but just in general as well, like with the fellowship and so forth. So,
whereabouts in Manchester are you repping?
Yeah, so I'm hailing from Didsbury in Manchester. That's like South Manchester.
And what's that like? What's the kind of what's the culture like there, like in that area?
In that area, when you mentioned Didsbury, it's a bit of a posh area, to be fair.
Oh, you would say that. You live there.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's where I live. But funny enough, I'm moving out of there soon, to be fair. I've got a mortgage that's going through with my fiancée. So can't wait to get married next year so she can move in as well. And so, yeah, so that's near the Manchester City Stadium.
Yeah, man, that's cool. So you're sorted then. And do you ever do like ministry in your area, or is it like do you reach out to other areas and do that kind of stuff, showcase your music? Yeah,
we do quite a bit through my church as well. Part of a church called Victory Out, so they're big on outreach. So sometimes going to the city centre, like I said, I've been in prisons as well. So it's more outreach events as opposed to me organising things myself. Because I'm still, although this is my ministry, I'm still got a 9 to 5. Still playing semi-professional football as well, so literally my time isn't my own as much as I would like. But I think as time moves on, hopefully I can move into this more full-time in terms of ministry. So I'll have that flexibility to start doing more rallies and all that kind of stuff as well. But at the minute, it's just when my church put things on. Nice one. You said you're a semi-pro footballer, so is that how it is, or are you trying to get to pro? Well, at my age, I don't think I'm going to get to pro now. But I've played professional football before, and I dropped down to semi-professional level. So that's something I'm still doing now. So that does take up quite a bit of my time, like the weekends and a couple of days in the week as well. So in terms of like being able to minister, it's been a little bit difficult. So for instance, getting out of the city to like your Londons or your Midlands or even up north as well, it's been a bit difficult because by the time I finish football, that's like say 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. So to travel kind of hard. But over the last like 4 or 5 months, I've been suffering with an injury with my knee, but God's worked it out for good because I've been able to minister more. So I've been to London, I've been to like Wolverhampton, so different places as well, being able to share the heart really and what I believe is my work as well, not my job, my work that the Lord gives me. So yeah, man. And you say semi-pro? I mean, is that like I'm sure, obviously showing how little I know about football, but is that like are you getting paid to do that kind of thing, or is it just a passion? Yeah. So I do get paid for it as well, so it's part of my overall salary. Oh, I see. So it's like a proper job then, basically. Yeah, it is. It's not for fun. I think if it's just for fun, I don't think I'd be there as much, to be fair, because to be honest, my heart is the ministry. So when there's events on, if I can do it, I will. But I've got a duty with my club as well. So nice one. Who do you play for then? So the team I play for is just outside of Manchester. They're called Ashton United. So they're like 2 leagues below like the professional level of football. Wow. So that's good, man. So I mean, who knows? Something could happen. You might suddenly get a signing. Manchester United might be there, but like, yo, we need a sub. You never know, man. The way they're playing at the minute, they might need something like me, man. Yeah, man. I mean, that's how it is, man. Here in Bournemouth, man. Bournemouth was not doing so well just a few years ago, and now they're, Premiership League. So that's it. In the highlights now, man. Eddie Howe's doing a good job. That's how it goes, isn't it? So you never know, man. Especially when God's hand's in it, you never know what's going to happen. That's it, man. Never. All right, man. Tell us a bit more about the music then. Obviously, we're showcasing bodybuilding right now, so you could look at that and say, look, the concept is this, is that, but because it might be quite obvious. But what is the concept behind it? Yeah, the concept straight away is I kind of touched on it before. So for me, a lot of the songs I do are more encouragement songs, uplifting songs, and also just bringing that unity as well. So with the bodybuilding, we are the body of Christ. So it's about uplifting the body, so you're building the body up, but at the same time, you're bringing the body together. So I was kind of like intentional about connecting with different people, like rappers, singers from different ministries, different parts of the city, and bringing us together. So I was able to get into the studios. When I released the album, I had like a live album launch. So brought a lot of people together as well. I don't know about yourself, bro, but like for me, in terms of my journey with the Lord, at times it's been up and down, especially in the younger stages. So a lot of songs were kind of like psalms as well, where you're crying out like David, like a Psalm 51. So for me, it's like, you know what? For me to do what the Lord wants me to do, I need to be in that place so that I can teach transgressors their ways as well. So it's like what I learned when I was growing in my faith as well is that I'm not always the only person that's going through something. When I've kind of connected with certain brothers and so forth, there's certain struggles that they might go through that's similar to mine, and I weren't like happy that they was going through that. You know what I mean? My heart poured out to them and for them, but I was kind of happy that I weren't the only one. You know what I mean? So a lot of the songs are trying to encourage those people in certain positions to lift them up so that they can go and do what they need to do for the Lord and fulfill their call and their purpose, kind of bringing us together. So that's the heart behind it, really.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, man. I like the idea of that. What else is on the music? Like, have you got certain features on there that are special to you, like local Manchester ones?
Yeah, so there's a few features on there. Got a couple singers. Misha, she's amazing, man. She's a songwriter. She teaches music as well. She's on Break Me Down on the album. I've got S.I. Melody. She's a great singer from Manchester as well. Rappers, I got Breaker. With him, like obviously he was on the track that you played before, Give It Up. He's like that dubstep kind of guy. So when I got that track, I thought, you know what, I need to connect with Breaker, and like I hollered at him, and within like 24 hours his verse was done. It was just a case of getting into the studio, and I thought, wow, that's love, man. Then I got Crown Freedom. He's part of
I know, man. It's fun enough, I just got lost in
mine went blank. Yeah.
So did mine.
Vital Signs. Yeah. So him, he's really good, man. He killed it on the remix of Bam. And then I've got Delay and Moses, man. These guys are guys who have released albums locally in Manchester as well. So they're doing their thing. And I was also strategic about connecting with certain people as well, because I think it's important that to realise that we've all got our own communities as well. So they've got their following, I've got my own following, and so forth. So when you bring it together, you kind of mix in communities as well. So instantly you bring in attention to your project and you can reach the masses as well. So that was kind of strategic in that as well.
Yeah, man. And what's going on with your music now? Like, are you just trying to reach people with your music, or like, are you thinking now like this is something you want to get into like as a career?
To be honest with you, if the opportunity presents itself in terms of a career, that's what I want to do, man. Because the experience I had when I was preparing for the actual album launch is that I was working with live musicians. So we were rehearsing for like 3-4 months straight, and I absolutely loved it. It's the first time I've really been able to get into the studio consistently, and I'm talking like 3 times a week, and just be in there. And it was just different, man, because I feel my music's a bit different as well. Because when I minister, especially in like when I rap in churches, like I got like even the old ladies who you don't associate with rap music saying, "Wow, I'm really feeling your music as well." So I think it's more to do with the lyrics that I've got in there. I've got the scripture in there. I've got it's just simple as well. It breaks it down. It's humorous as well, so you're connecting with people. So if I can connect with people on a consistent basis, that's what I would love to do, because I touched on it before. I really feel like this is my work that the Lord's given me. But at the minute, I'm just kind of operating in my job and doing this when I can. But yeah, like I'm pushing to move into it more full time. I've been taking more time out of football to create more time to do that. And yeah, I'm feeling the switch right now.
Yeah, man. Well, hopefully that's going to happen for you, man. And if not, I guess it's just still your music's definitely reaching people, and it will continue to touch people, man. I want to get into the next record if you're cool with that, man. I've got Still Serving, if you want to go ahead and introduce it.
Yeah, Still Serving, man. It's exactly what it says on the tin. It's just like it's a declaration, letting the enemy know that, you know what, I'm still here. It came from a place where I was kind of struggling, but I went away. I was blessed enough to go to America and really just find myself again and find God, just kind of connect with him. And when I got back, I was like, you know what, after so many years, I'm still here and I'm still serving. So all you people out there who are still serving, who's been in the faith for however many years, just know that God's got you, man. It ain't easy, but we're still here. We're not turning back.